Hey everybody, Dr. Eric Plasker here. I'm going for a power walk this morning, and I have been really thinking about the importance of this podcast interview that I just did. Zen Honeycutt from Moms Across America interviewed me, asked me some amazing questions. What she said, Dr. Plasker, so many more parents are wondering how do they raise healthier kids without vaccinations? Like, what are the alternatives? What can you do? How do you do it? Because we have been so programmed parents have been so programmed to be sheep lining up, putting full trust, not in their own motherly instincts and fatherly instincts for that matter, but they have been programmed to do whatever is said by the drug companies. And we have seen kids injured, so many kids, just epidemic numbers of kids being injured, and we're not asking these questions like we should. And here's the reality, what came across in the interview, and those of you that are chiropractors, you know this, people that are very nutrition minded, you know this, people that do the homework, do the research, you trust your instincts. We realized personally that if we did that, we could raise healthier kids. And if we had a tape measure, we had a scale, and we had some common sense, that we could raise naturally immunized kids that never had a shot, never had a drug, and we did, and now our adult children are super duper healthy. They actually all became chiropractors. And what's important for every parent, you should listen to this. Doctors, if you are watching this, you should listen to this podcast. You should play it in your reception room. We have a video version of it as well. That'll be on our website, 100yearlifestyle.com. Because what I realized in this conversation, and it came out, you'll hear it when you go to the podcast, that if every parent raised their children the way that our family, and maybe some of you watching, you doctors and chiropractors, the way that you are raising your family, the entire pediatric industry would go bankrupt overnight. I was talking to Lisa, I think it was, the number was, I said, maybe we had 7 or 8 pediatric visits in the entire time raising our children. And she said, when? She was like, when? I think it was maybe less than 5. You never took them. I took them, not very often, just periodically. And maybe the number was 5 between all 3 kids their entire life. Well, if every parent raised their child in this way, the pediatric industry will go bankrupt overnight. Is it any wonder we are seeing the mafia-style mandates coming through for accelerated vaccination schedules and not giving parents an option anymore, but removing personal exemptions, removing religious exemptions. And they say that these are free. Hey, this is free. We're going to do this for free. We're going to give this shot for free. Are you kidding me? This COVID shot, it's not free. Taxpayers have already paid $6 billion, I think the number is, through the government funding these drug companies, and they have no liability. So listen, I really believe that it's important that parents wake up and they take action and they understand that you can raise healthy children. In fact, you'd raise healthier children if they weren't constantly going to get shots and drugs from the pediatrician. So listen, I want you to listen, watch this podcast, play it in your reception rooms, really pass it along. You'll hear from the first intro, you'll hear the power of some of the statements that are made in that just literal opening segment. And then you can share it, just dig into the interview. And she asks a lot of great questions that moms would want to know. Like, what are some of those common sense things that you can do if your child has a fever, things like that, that used to be, a lot of the fear-mongering that's going on in the world has taken away that gut instinct that moms should have. And you'd think that with all of the drugs, medication, shots, and everything, that we were raising healthier children. We have some of the sickest children in the world, autism on the rise like crazy, astronomical epidemic, autoimmune conditions like crazy, and we think it's normal. Are you kidding me? Come on, 100% for 100 years. That's the goal, 100%. For 100 years and beyond. That's what we want. So check out that podcast. I put the link in this live, and we are just getting started. I can promise you, with all the craziness that's happening, we are standing up for freedom. We are standing up for the truth about health, where it comes from, the power of your innate intelligence, how to keep yourself, your family healthy, and we are just getting started. So, hey, thanks for watching this morning. Go for a walk, get outside, take off your mask. Are you kidding me? breathe some oxygen. We have so many oxygen deprived people that are raising kids, teaching kids, driving cars, working in grocery stores. And it's important that we breathe in oxygen, let out that carbon dioxide, keep our brains sharp, keep our nervous systems working properly. So back with you again. I don't know, maybe later today, tomorrow, we're going to keep the messages coming.